Right now, it's time to have fun. It's time to fly over to Pat Pagano and get the details on our forecast. Good morning, Pat.
Hi, good morning, and how are you?
I'm fine. Like I said, the plans are being set for our 50th reunion anniversary for the class of 71 from Housatonic Valley Regional High School in August.
My
50,
goodness.
50 years, Pat, out of high school. And you know what? I still haven't matured. The teachers were right.
That is just a long, long time. It really is.
It's,
Uh, it reminds me, I'll tell you a story in a little bit. You probably get a chuckle out of it. But in the meantime, you want to bring along the umbrella today. We have showers, even a gusty thunderstorm, midday, middle 60s, I think, for the high because of the clouds and showers. Showers and a thunderstorm tonight, low 60s, so temperature's not varying too much at all. And Friday, we have a little sun. That's midday. There could be a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow morning and again later in the day, 75 to 80. Then over the weekend, do not put any emphasis on maybe a thunderstorm, because that's all it is. It's a maybe. Basically, you have hazy, hot, humid weather Saturday and Sunday, 85 to 90 Saturday, low 90 Sunday, and just a chance of a rogue thunderstorm over the coming weekend. What do you think of that?
well, that's what happens when you get hazy and humid weather in various locations. You get a pop-up thunderstorm, and some of them can be pretty hefty, but they're not associated with any front or anything like that.
That's correct. And so it's not widespread, and it really is, as I said, like a rogue thunderstorm. So I'm not worried about it at all. Um, Again, your best or your favorite areas would be your mountainous areas.
Yeah.
You know that. So
And of course, we have and most of the weather flows from west to east. And right to the west of us, we have the booming Catskills, and we have just to the north of us
the Berkshires.
the Berkshires, and those where our thunderstorms form when that weather comes up over the mountains, and there's where those thunderstorms form.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. So and then you did get my message that I contacted. I left a message with my cousin, so I'm waiting for her to get back to me concerning your knees.
All right, that'd be great if I can find out where that doctor is.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope
And
it's,
who knows, maybe if you could find him, maybe he could recommend somebody that's closer to you.
or even if not, when I check into him and find out if it's same day surgery, I'll rent a room and I'll go down to Maryland for one day, come back the next day.
Right?
You know?
Right?
So
Yep. So anyhow, this was, I guess it wasn't Monday, it was Tuesday. Tuesday this week, I'm in the weather center. The phone's always ringing, and I always check the the LCD to see who's calling because you know as well as I do.
yeah,
We get spam galore.
yeah.
Between my vehicle warranty is expiring, my Social Security, all of that stuff. So I look at it and I see on the thing, I see Newsday. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but many years ago, our service did the entire page for Newsday for weather, and we did it on a daily basis. And then, of course, when Newsday got bigger and better, they wanted a service that could send ready-made maps and all of that to the paper. We weren't at that point. I remember bringing somebody in and trying to teach us how to work the Apple
Yeah.
computer. But it was still a learning curve, and it was a tremendous learning curve. But there were services out there that were already doing it, so they went with another service. Okay, so that was the end of, I don't know, maybe a 10-year thing with Newsday. So I'm thinking to myself, well, they're calling me for one or two reasons. They're either calling me because they want me to get a subscription to Newsday, or it's possible that maybe they're going to actually do a story on me after all this time. So anyhow, the gentleman was very, very nice. He's doing a story on somebody else, and I'll tell you who, Craig Allen of CBS.
Yeah.
And it's going to be this Sunday in the paper. And, of course, when he interviewed Craig was telling him how he met up with me when he was in high school, and I taught him a lot of meteorology, and he went to college far in advance of anybody else because of what he had learned, and then when he got out of college, he became the vice president of our company, and from there, he was also selected to be the voice of WCBS AM,
Yep.
and that was a double shift then. He was just doing one shift initially, but then they needed him to do a double shift. So it got to the point where it was really wearing thin. So we said, okay, let's kind of split. And he says, all right, Pat, you take the company and I'll take CBS. And I said, okay, fine. And that's how it happened. So Craig, God bless him, is going to be on CBS 40 years.
Oh.
40 years, folks. And that is monumental. For a meteorologist to be on radio for 40 years, especially in a major market. You know that, Marshall. That is incredible.
Yep.
So the guy said to him, okay, he goes, and he said, thank you for all of that. And then he said he thought to himself, I think Pat's been on the radio longer. He said, I'm going to try to find him. And he did, and he found me. And he started talking to me. He goes, so how long have you been on the radio? I said, well, totally 47 years. He said, I had a feeling. He said, and you've been on Long Island the whole time? I said, yes. He said, so then basically you're the longest running radio meteorologist in the area. I said, specifically for Long Island, yes. For New York City, no. Craig would definitely get the trophy there. So he asked me a whole bunch of questions about the whole thing. And the story's going to be in Sunday's paper. How much he mentions me and what he puts about what I said, etc., remains to be seen. But if anybody gets a copy of that, look for it and let us know.
All right. Well, I got you both beat.
I'm afraid to ask.
50 years. This is my this begins my 50th year in broadcasting.
So
I got a job right out of high school. Yeah.
That is really great. However, instead of me sending you for a knee surgery, I think both you and I should be going for brain surgery.
That's right. Well, no, it's too late. Our brains are gone.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, you have no idea, folks. Marshall has to work buttons, push buttons. You have no idea what he does. And me here, I have 3 computer screens, and I have to be looking at all of them. Radar's up on one, satellite on another, forecast on another. And the models, as they update, I'm looking at that. And it's very, very busy. There's no doubt about it. Talking about the radar, I just thought I'd tell you that there are showers in the area right now, most of which are very, very light. But I'm watching an area right now over central New Jersey. This is showing up to me in yellow and orange, which means it's kind of moderate to heavy, and that is moving northeastward. I think that area is going to continue to grow. And as we get into late morning and early afternoon, that's when we could get a gusty thunderstorm. So be on the alert for that. It's not a steady rain like we had over Memorial Day weekend. These are showers. This is more typical of what we expect in the early part of June. And by the way, we're going to track this again, folks. The euro compared to the other models. I looked at the euro this morning and I said, whoa. The euro brings down a cold front out of Canada next Friday. And this is what it does. It literally squeezes out the atmosphere and gives us very heavy rain. This is Friday night. And then unseasonably cool for the weekend. This is next weekend. Now, it's the only model doing it thus far. The other models are saying that it could rain over next weekend, but it's not going to be Friday. They're thinking it's going to be more like Saturday into Sunday, and it's still going to stay basically warm. So the euro, again, is against all the other models. We shall wait and see. It's over just about a week away.
All right. Now, I want to go back to you being in 47 years, me 50, and Craig Allen 40. I don't know if you've seen the commercials with Archie Manning and Eli Manning about the barbecue.
No, I have not.
And Archie Manning's advice to his sons were, do more of what you were born to do.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Because a lot of people keep saying to me, "Pat, don't you think you should retire?" And I said, well, it has crossed my mind, but what do I do?
And well, that's it. And it really isn't like a job to us. It's just part of our life. It's what we do. It's what we do. It's part of our everyday.
Yeah, and I can't imagine getting up at even 6 in the morning and not having any plans and not doing anything and just floating around. To me, that would be terribly boring.
Right. I agree with you 100%. Well, we're going to keep doing more of what we were born to do.
That's it. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for supporting that idea.
That's right. All right, pal. Speak to you tomorrow.
You got it.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Pat Pagano this morning at the Weather Center with our tri-state forecast.